TaylorMade Sim 2 Fairway Woods and Hybrids are now here, and we have a bunch of photos and information on these to show you guys and take a look at. So it's a super exciting time. These clubs are now officially on the USGA and R&A conforming club list, and they will be put into play by a lot of TaylorMade staff players on the PGA Tour this week at the first event of the year in Hawaii. And I have to say, these clubs look pretty cool. They are 3 fairway woods and 2 hybrids this year. Now, to my knowledge last year, I'm not sure if there was, I never really tested the Sim fairway woods very much, so I can't remember if there was 3 of them or 2 of them. If you know, comment down below. I'm pretty sure though there was only 1 hybrid, and it was kind of a standout club for them because it made it in the bags of a lot of PGA Tour players. And not just that, it actually made it into my golf bag. So I actually have that club still in the bag with me. It is my hybrid that I use, and it's been good. I've enjoyed using it. I can't say I notice a huge amount of difference between that and other hybrids, but it's a good club. So let's take a look at these clubs and get straight into it, start talking about what's different, what the new technology is, how they look, and everything else. So here we have a photo of the new TaylorMade Sim 2 hybrid. Now, this, similarly to last year, features that V-steel, whatever you want to call it, technology on the bottom of the club face, that kind of V titanium piece of metal. I think that's just to help with kind of club to turf interaction, help you get a bit better contact, and probably also adds a bit of weight kind of further back and lower in the club face. The Sim 2 is always the, well, this club will be the lower spinning, probably lower launching, slightly 3-wood, probably a slightly smaller club head as well, more designed for better players. At this point, obviously this club says 3-wood, 15 degrees. It has that adjustable hosel, no adjustable moving weights in this as well. It does have, it looks like some sort of speed slot at the front. It will be interesting to see if TaylorMade has any kind of injected speed foam or anything in these clubs like they do with the drivers. If you haven't seen some of the driver videos, I recommend checking those out, the TaylorMade Sim 2 drivers. And yeah, so that will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see as well if they keep the twist face and what these clubs look like from the top, from the crown. I'm going to guess that these clubs are again going to feature a carbon crown. I mean, that's almost a certainty. But more than that, actually, they will probably feature the same kind of looks as the driver. Now, if you don't remember the driver picture, here it is. It has that kind of white thin sliver along the front, and then that kind of matte black carbon crown with a bit of blue. So yeah, that's what the Sim 2 looks like, and this is kind of all we can tell from it so far. It will be interesting to see what kind of increases maybe, or what developments they've made in some of the fairway woods and hybrids. I think it's hard to do in the drivers, and it's even harder to do in the fairway woods and hybrids every year. Yeah, I don't really know what else they could be doing to these other than maybe tweaking the shape and the weight slightly. So that will be very interesting, and obviously this has that weight back and low in the club head, and which is kind of interesting because this is the low spin one, so maybe they'll even have a tour version of this that will have the weight further forward. We'll have to wait and see. So now the Sim 2 Max. Now this, to me, looks really cool. I really love the look of this. Again, it features that V-steel on the bottom, but it doesn't say titanium, so I'm guessing it might be a slightly lighter club head possibly. It certainly looks like a bigger footprint, a bigger 3-wood, which I love to see. I mean, I love to see a big footprint down at the ball. Just gives me confidence with any club, driver, 3-wood, whatever it is. Apart from my irons, I like very thin bladed irons, so complete contrast there. But TaylorMade Sim 2 Max, it looks really cool. Obviously this is in black and white, so we can't see some of the colorings, but I'm guessing it's going to be that kind of blue and then a bit of green here. I actually think it looks really cool in black and white, personally. Again, 3 wood, 15 degrees. That hosel is not adjustable, so this will not be an adjustable hosel. It seems speed slot in the front as well, and I'm guessing a similar look from the top. But with this 3 wood, we also have the Sim 2 Max D, so obviously that's going to be more of a draw bias, and it actually says on the hosel of this 16 degrees, and yet it's a 3 wood, so that's going to be really interesting. Yeah, not sure why that is, why they've added that extra degree, but I'm sure they have a reason for it. Again, features V-steel. You can see a bit more of the detailing of that carbon fiber from this photo. Looks really cool, a bit more weight in the heel. And again, speed slot on the front, just says speed pocket and V-steel on there. But it looks cool, it looks really cool. But TaylorMade this year, compared to last year, they are now releasing 2 hybrids. And they kind of go back and forth on this every year. They go 1 hybrid, 2 hybrid, 1 hybrid, 2 hybrid. This year they've brought us 2 hybrids. I'm pretty sure last year it was just 1. So we have if we look at this TaylorMade Sim 2 Rescue, they're calling this. So this is just the Sim 2, the smaller headed version. And this is actually in a 2 hybrid, 17 degrees. And it looks pretty cool. Again, I'm not really sure what changes they'll be making with this in terms of technology. Seemingly there isn't a huge amount visually from this photo. You have the speed pocket, you have the weight back in the head, you have probably more carbon fiber possibly, maybe than the previous version. And it also does, this is interesting to note, this is an adjustable hosel. So you will be able to adjust this, and yeah, so with this and the Sim 2, with this and the Sim 2 3 wood, you're going to be able to adjust the hosel. With the Sim 2 Max, you will not be. Yes, that is right. I have confirmed that from these photos. So, the 3 hybrid for the Sim 2 Max, 19 degrees. It says V-steel on it as well. It does not say that on the just Sim 2 Rescue. So the Sim 2 Max says V-steel, and it is a bigger club head, which I love to see with a hybrid. Just suits my eye a bit more. I guess this is more like a hybrid / 3 wood. The Sim 2 Rescue, they're calling it, is more merging into the realms of a 2 iron-ish. It's going to be a bit lower, a bit smaller club head, a bit lower spinning. But I really like the look of this. Looks cool. Has that speed pocket on the front, carbon fiber, no adjustable hosel, but it looks good. Other than that, there's not a huge amount to say, but TaylorMade are certainly giving us quite a lot of options with our club selections this year. And I have to say, I'm personally very excited to test them. I'm possibly even more excited just to hear from TaylorMade the marketing story behind these golf clubs. I love to hear what they've been doing for the past year in their R&D department. What changes have they made? Why have they made them? How is it going to benefit us as golfers? Why should we upgrade? Trying to give us that story must be a very difficult job for these golf manufacturers when they are just limited by the governing bodies in golf, unfortunately. I would personally love them to relax restrictions and give us some more products and more technology in it, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I'm also curious to see if these Fairway woods, drivers, everything will feature any kind of Arcos smart sensors or any of that sort of technology. I think would be very interesting, and kind of, it seems that may be the biggest avenue that golf manufacturers could go down now in terms of technology with drivers. If they're limited by ball speed off the club face and all these things, maybe they can give us some sort of smart technology in these golf clubs that connects to our phones and gives us more data and more feedback on our golf swings. I think maybe that's the only avenue they can really go down from here. It will be interesting to see, though. I'm very excited to test these. Let me know, what do you guys think of them? Comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to know your thoughts on these clubs and any golf clubs. What are you most excited to test? And as always, guys, see you next time. Grip it and rip it.